r/AskReddit, what is the worst thing a YouTuber has done? Whoa. Just read about him. He had plans to go shoot up a school after killing his family, but the weight of what he did kept him from following through. Unreal. Didn't know this guy even existed until I read this. I'm fuzzy on the details, but I think there used to be a subreddit for learning programming that was run by a fairly popular code teaching YouTuber who was caught molesting his children. This was like 8 years ago. You're referring to Carl Age. He's mostly known as a Redditor than a YouTuber. Well, that Onasian guy is a rapist, pedophile, and groomer, so I'm going to go with that. The worst thing was the hypocrisy. Yeah, there's quite a few alleged and not so alleged pedos. A Mexican YouTuber known as Senwal ran over 6 people while he was under the influence of alcohol, killing them in the process. One of them was a little girl, and he's still free. How is he still free? Alyssa Davald, Link hid her pregnancy from her boyfriend, had the baby in private. The baby took only gasping breath, so she threw him in a trash bag and tried to lie about it. It wasn't the first time. How did she hide it? I know in rare instances some women can go into the third trimester, all the way up until birth barely showing, but how? The YouTube streamer that pre-recorded an entire 5-hour stream and played it live the day he killed his wife/girlfriend so the police wouldn't suspect him. There was that guy who reviewed Who toys and then made a fake live stream as an alibi for murdering his pregnant girlfriend. Wait, do you mean VoteSaxon07? Not watched him in ages. Edit, well shit, guess that's why, it was him. Some Indian YouTuber attached his dog to balloons and made it fly. It's Gobar Zone. The actual name is Gaurav Zone, but Gobar means poop in Hindi and the guy is full of shit, so that's his nickname. That's a horrible thing to do, but nowhere close to the worst. I just hope the dog never had to stay with him again. YouTubers driving a Lamborghini while filming a video crashed into a family car in Rome, killing a 5-year-old boy and injuring his mother and sister. The driver is in prison, the others shut down their channel. Sounds like they are remorseful for the tragedy they caused. Was this earlier in 2023? Because I remember when I was in Italy I saw a news story about a crashed Lamborghini. I just don't remember if this was it. Mini lad. I might slightly misremember the story, but he started texting underage girls and was psychologically manipulative to them to get what he wanted, nudes for instance. When he got caught he kept using the "but my mental health" card. I always remember Nagla's joke after it was all revealed. Turns out mini lad liked mini lads. Game Life was a super early gaming lifestyle channel which was beginning to attract a major cult following, with gaming websites like Screw Attack and Destructoid fighting tooth and nail to become their host/publisher, with even MTV nearly getting them signed on. Then, the main host/star of the channel publicly threatened his ex-girlfriend and said he'd go to her college and commit a mass shooting after killing her. Less than a day after Virginia Tech. Gain/gan/ganaj means shit in Hungarian. So Game Life means a shit life. Checks out. I don't know the story, but surely an entire absence of interaction with chat would at least be considered evidence here? Not really worst thing ever considering VoteSaxon7 and Raname being murderers, but nobody is talking here about Pelugin Entertainment. He tortured and killed his cats and posted it on his channel. Despite what he has done, he is still showing no remorse, and YouTube took 2 years to actually ban him. Removed. Man, I wish I couldn't read right now. Wow, when even Zoophiles hate you, you done fucked up bad. There's Luca Magnotta, who tortured animals on YouTube and then went on to kill someone. What about the guys who tie up and torture baby monkeys, then pretend to care for them on camera? They still have a channel, and despite thousands of people reporting them daily, YouTube refuses to take it down. YT doesn't even have animal abuse as one of the report options. There was a story of a wannabe YouTuber that got his girlfriend to shoot him while he was wearing a bulletproof vest or something. Well, let's just say the vest didn't work. He was wearing a vest made of phone books. And she shot him with a Magnum. Sniper Wolf doxed that dude who, correctly, called her out for plagiarizing her entire career, and YouTube only sort of demonetized one of her videos. And she refused to act like there was anything wrong with that. Pretty scummy. There have been cases of YouTubers adopting kids and pets for their channels and then just discarding them when they didn't make them the mean they wanted from it. McSkillet was a Counter-Strike YouTuber who, I think while drunk, drove his supercar on the wrong side of a freeway at ludicrous speeds, striking a car and killing the mother and her 2 children. I think, been a while since it happened, people did die though, himself included. Micah Stauffer is one. Her and her husband adopted a boy from China and then rehomed him once they realized caring for an autistic kid was work and taking him to therapy was too much work. He channel is gone, but her husband's channel is still up where he details cars. Sniper Wolf volunteering to FaceTime with a girl who had cancer and days to live. After reaching out, she blew it off several times for a girl who had days to live. It was disgusting how she dragged her sorry ass, claiming she was super busy and couldn't spare 5 fucking minutes to chat with the poor kid. She finally did end up chatting with the kid after enough pressure from the internet and playing victim. T. Martin had this whole scandal where he essentially scammed his entire young audience into gambling their money away, essentially ruining at least a few lives. Did a shitty apology video. Today he is as popular as ever. These people, once popular enough, are effectively untouchable. Don't forget Tom/Syndicate. They were in it together and he seemed to mostly get away with anything. It all got labeled with T. Martin. Vitaly beat the shit out of a random woman when he was high on something. Take a look at pretty much any American family vlogging channel from the early 2010s and you'll more than likely come across some abuse cases or a cult. Video record a hanging dead body in Japan, possibly from overwork and depression, and then use it for views and amusement of more than 1 million people. Congrats. It really bothers me that Logan Paul still has a platform after that. I feel like a smaller content creator would have been nuked by YouTube. Not exactly a YouTuber but a TikTok star with around 57.5 million followers was arrested for rape. He has 7 years in prison. You might know him as that Asian guy who always screams mama. Deleted. He had a CSGO trading website and got banned from the game while he had thousands of in-game items worth thousands of dollars. He basically went crazy after getting banned and killed himself and the innocent family. His YouTube channel is still up. How has no one said Luca Magnotta? Several videos of animal abuse culminating to the torture, rape, murder, and dismemberment of some random. Isn't that the guy from the Don't Fuck with Cats documentary? IIRC, he posted the videos to Facebook first and someone else posted them to YouTube. He definitely wasn't a YouTuber, although he may have had a presence. My wife went to school with his brother, though, so I'll ask her when she wakes up if he ever tried to be a creator before then. Ryan Haywood, formerly of Achievement Hunter/Rooster Teeth, would groom young fans, and then would stay a day or two after a convention. All while being married. He also specifically targeted vulnerable fans with mental health issues, and a lot of the accounts mention him removing condoms during sex without consent. He also guilt-tripped his accusers afterwards for them to take down their posts by asking them to think of his kids and talking about being suicidal. A real piece of shit. When Mike pushed over and broke the will of the worst. Rich works hard, guys. Was it worth it for Octopuff in Kumquat? Austin Jones is a pretty huge piece of shit, as well as anyone else like him. I'm sure at least one of them has committed murder. Yep, one I used to watch ended up a murderer and faked a live stream to be his alibi. Dadyo5 and his wife physically and emotionally abusing their kids for content. Crashed an airplane on purpose. EDP445 was caught in the act of trying to meet up with a child by another pair of YouTubers that have a channel dedicated to catching pedos like Chris Hansen. More than one, he's consistently grooming and trying to hook up with kids. Not the worst thing, but that Illuminati girl is pretty despicable. Her channel is suffering big time because a lot of people are finding out what she's done. Her videos and subscriber count are going down more and more by the day. What's she done? It has to be mass shootings and murder rights. Most comments so far are pretty tame. On top of my head I could think of Elliot Rogers, Adam Lanza, Natural Selction 89, Classitut 10, and Nazim Najafi Akdam. That guy who did the Skyrim NPC videos murdered his ex. Not to be confused with the Lafay brothers who also did Skyrim/Oblivion NPC videos, in case anyone is wondering. The Paul brothers. And they're still on YouTube, uploading crap from their luxurious home paid for by ad revenue. Man, they seem pretty tame now from some of the other stuff in here. Which is saying something. Mr. Anime was a pretty popular YouTuber early on who went on to commit triple homicide. More specifically, he killed his whole family. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again, Reddit glitch out.